Let me ask you this last question because we only have a few minutes left here.
Sure.
Murda Mook versus Verb, bro. Debate of the century. First of all, let me say, I don't know Jazz like that, but y'all niggas are hating on Jazz like crazy to the internet. I don't think she was dick riding him that hard, but let me get your breakdown from it. I have Verb personally 2-1. I gave him the first and the third. And then we disagree on that later, but go ahead.
Okay. So, my verdict is I had Mook 2-1.
Nice.
I feel like the battle is debatable. I don't think it's clear either way. And what I will say is Verb's approach was genius. I was talking about this earlier with Nikki Fax. Verb's approach, especially in the first round, was absolutely genius. He created a divide between Mook and everyone else. Like he put the way I like to say this, he put Mook out on an island. You know what I'm saying? Like even the whole build up to the like who you brought on your podcast, not one of us. You ain't one of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're different. We battle every 2-3 months. We go through hardships with the fans. We go through this. Like you're not cut from that same cloth. Like you're not one of us. You don't represent us. You're somebody different. And so I think that mentality got the battlers and the fans to ride with Verb right out the gate, because it was like it kind of in a way it kind of Verb kind of painted himself as the underdog so well that and he made Mook out to be a giant that you wanted to see Verb
exactly
take Mook out. You know what I'm saying? So Verb's approach in the first was genius. Well,
what I said about I'm sorry, but what I say about Loaded Lux versus Calico, build them up and take them down. Like, you know, your pops was this man. If you could build them up and take them down in 5 minutes, that's incredible art. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and it's definitely a tough strategy to pull off, especially against somebody like Mook. But I think Verb's approach was very masterful. It was flawless. I really liked Mook's second round. I think Mook and Verb's second round are really, really close. I preferred Mook's writing, but Mook did have a couple of lines that were kind of maybe a little reachy. And I think Verb had a couple lines that were a little reachy too. So, I feel like people are kind of being selective about, they're either saying, oh, Mook was too reachy and they're not acknowledging Verb's reaches, or vice versa. I acknowledge both. And so, when it comes down to it, I preferred Mook's second a little more, but I think the second round is super, super close. And then the third round I gave to Mook, not only because he raps for 20-something minutes flawlessly, but I literally thought that was his best round material-wise, and because he backed off of the wordplay and the punches. Like he didn't, I feel like in the first 2 rounds he kind of modernized his style, which I liked.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed. The third round was the Mook that I feel like we saw the last 2 or 3 battles out. The Mook that attacked Solomon, the Mook that attacked Lux. It was angles. It was clever angles wrapped up with a bar at the end to tie it all together, and he did that so well for the third round. And Verb's third was really good too, but I gave Mook the third. So I have Mook winning the second and the third. I definitely see an argument for Verb in the first or the second. I think the only thing that's going to hurt the replay value of the battle is just how long the third rounds were. I think it's going to be hard for somebody to sit through that battle from start to finish. But it's still going to do its nothing.
You know what? You just changed my opinion, man. I got Mook now.
You feel the same way?
I got Mook 2-1. I thought about it, man. I got Mook 2-1.
Man, you still got that Dot Mob hat on. I know it.
No, but the reason why I gave Verb the third, he was talking that shit, though. Like,
He was.
Where were you and Lux at to teach us where, like I said, build them down, take them down. Like, build them up, take them down. I love that strategy,
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm going to stick to my Verb thing. But
yeah, but
I don't know,
man.
man. It's just such a great battle. Is it?
It is.
Besides you and Iron, do you give it Battle of the Year?
I've heard great things about Swave and B-Dot, so I really want to see that battle. But as far as battles that I've seen, I think me and Iron is number 1. I think Mook and Verb is probably number 2. I really liked Twerk and Suge. I really liked Ill Will and Math. There's a couple other battles this year that I feel like were really, really good, that are probably up there in contention. But
Twerk and DNA was good. His third round.
I liked DNA second and third.
We're out of here, bro.
We're
out of here. Yo, I'm sorry. It's ending, man. Yo, Chilla, take us out of here.
Yo, you know what it is. Chilla Jones, man. Battle Rap Arena. No Mercy. Jesse Rican. You already know, man. Bosstown in the building.
Chilla, congrats on the 3-0. We're out of here. Thanks for No Mercy. And Dot Mob,